I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Hey, y'all.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Gun. They'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, bro. You got 2 babies?
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd him into the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can.
Now the ball comes loose. And
what the fuck? Oh my God, that's how they gonna do it.
In enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taken care of.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Denzel Mims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. Looking like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. A little worried about your hands, though.
Stupid ass play. Stupid ass pick. It's gay.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set up on defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
Me?
Otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
You said was our time here?
The pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
What the
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
No.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact.
I don't know. I didn't know it was a backward right there.
And it brings up 4th down.
I know it was a backward right
Getting
there.
out of the gate, it's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
What is that? That's the shit from Oakland? From Duke? Oh, roll up in the backward.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, play calling, they're locked in really well.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to let
Thank
it go
you.
deep.
Oh, my God.
And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down to 15 now on 1st and 10.
I couldn't catch that. I'm lucky down to 1-0.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll look to throw, sliding out of the pocket.
Pick.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
You got to be kidding. They gave me that elevation like this.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily
the
safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy.
So she go to sleep at night, Tony? Everyone got on the schedule is the same over there.
She said she was trying to get it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
This nigga just did a gay-ass play and got that shit up.
Sanders, 76 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Oh, this nigga get good.
They'll turn to Sanders. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone.
Fuck, what the fuck, man?
He doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
Damn.
you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
Like
so in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete.
This
one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And I'll tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
What happened?
Out of the gun now on third down. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. It's a foot race. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
For the point after.
Look, star. That's
It's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Every defensive back
in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17.
Their own 17-yard line.
Sitting here looking like, wow, so you got so many stars on the offensive line going to ball.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here.
The pick 6. Yeah,
are you a little more cautious this
Damn, I can't even block for 2 seconds. This is crazy.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
What's up?
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Ain't no fucking way he got all the people.
The drive will start with an option going left.
Ain't no.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And a nice spin into some open field.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Oh, he's able to out-muscle him as he pulls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
How did you throw it off?
Here in this half, it's intercepted.
How did he not pick? How did he not catch this?
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick-6 there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test.
That shit is gay.
Because, look,
they made that nigga throw a duck straight to his team.
On the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speed.
And this nigga sucks. That's the thing. But every nigga on his team got like star, X fucking. I'm like, god damn. How many X fucking stars this nigga got? His whole O-line is stars. Like, stop it. Yeah, niggas playing with cheat code teams and this shit. That's why I only be trying to I'll just be playing this shit for
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
That shit fucking. How the fuck he get all his own line, everybody on defense? There's 11 niggas on defense. He got 9 stars. But that's how it is in Madden. I joined this weak ass fucking league back. I mean,
forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1.
I had the Steelers earlier. My team almost all 99s too.
At the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
That's all you need, a 99 team on scene. What? How the fuck I lose it this week, guys?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Another run here with Sanders.
He's just like trying to stretch it.
They're able to get this one across the.
That's how I know this nigga.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
He's trying to run the RPO stretch, so confused. But it's like a stretch play you can run where it gives you the wide open space. That's why I blitz so much.
Maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Hey. Oh, come on.
Incomplete. He's maybe lucky.
All my niggas can't pick that up. If his niggas is on there, that's an interception.
If you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and then
here you go with that stretch. I already see if I got that stretch.
On third down. They'll run it with Sanders. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
We had action. Second round options. How did he hit you by my nigga? Oh my God.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. There he goes, right side. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offensive coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often. We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return to set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6. We got 7.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They got corners at safety.
This here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
That's why he got Maddox at safety. So he can't really juggle and throw over the top.
Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
13 superstars in X Factor on one team. Ain't no way in hell.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
This shit is crazy.
A play action fake.
Oh, play action. Oh, throw it. Oh, Fields.
And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Definitely RPO play.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
What's this one? He throws it. Stupid as fuck.
On 3rd down, it's Sanders.
And
he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
This is a league I joined late. These teams is like year 4. This team probably like all 99.
No, I'm just saying that you should have been out there to get the cover.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. They go quickly here out to Moore. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
DJ Moore. No gain on the play.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Maddox. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard. He's got a man. Complete. 30. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 78 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rolling to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield. Complete.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Stephon Diggs. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Eagles 55, Dolphins 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team to have a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, we just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Number 23 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
43-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Dusty.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
On the play, recovered by Philadelphia.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Tonight's
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.